Hello, this is David, and in this video we are going to talk about maps in CenTrak Omni. There are a few applications for maps, both for display as well as for logical hierarchy of our locations. So first, for the purpose of display, you can see here the map display where we have tags that we're tracking, and when we select a specific tag, it displays in the center of the screen and moves the map accordingly, right? We can jump up to the upper level, the level above this, and then further and further. So we have a hierarchy of maps, which we'll go into greater detail in a moment, right? So we can navigate through our map hierarchy. Again, if we're in the badge list or the tag screen, we can open up a map simply by clicking on the map icon of that individual tag, or we can open up a general map without specifying which tag we're tracking and then select it here on the side, right? So that is as far as tag tracking. And then we were able to use maps for alerts as well. So here we have an open alert showing the location of the alert in blue and the current location of the tag in red, right? And you can see in this case we've got the red, let's say the victim of this alarm is moving around, and we see in blue where the alert is triggered on the map, and in red where the badge is currently located. So that's with regards to display. As far as the logical uses of the maps, so if we go to the map editor in the web client of Omni, we see that we have a whole tree of maps that we can define. Typically, you would define, let's say, a full campus, building, floor, and then department. Those could be the levels within your hierarchy or within your tree. So if we go to the navigate, we can make changes to the background image, rename a map, etc. We can create new maps by going to the edit region. So if we go to, for example, the 8th floor, we can edit region and create a new region by simply clicking on the boundaries and creating the polygon of this department, let's say, and double click to finish the polygon. So now we have under this 8th floor, we now have 3 departments that we've defined, right? 3 polygons, and I'm going to save that. Once we've got the maps defined, right, we need to rename this map internal med, and we're going to call that, and we save our changes. We can go to, let's say, the maternity map now and manage objects. That means this is now where we're going to place readers typically, or inputs on this map. Here I see on my object tree under readers that I've got one reader that has not yet been mapped. That's because it appears in gray versus black, right? So I'm going to select that, and now I'm going to map the object. It'll throw it in the center of my screen, and then I can move the icon to its correct location, and then of course save. So I've now defined the location on the map for that reader, and when we eventually display the badges will be shown at these locations on the map. Of course, if there are too many tags within a specific location, in order to avoid clutter, we will show the number of tags at that location, and then as you zoom in, it will display the individual tags. Here on this screen, if I want to identify where my icons are, besides that we get a tooltip pop-up as I hover over each location, but if I click on a reader, it will start flashing it on this display, right on this map. What are the applications for the logical use of the map? If we look at our asset search, when we search for assets, this is the asset search screen, we use the map hierarchy to define the scope of our search. A user is defined a default scope, right? But we can change that scope, or that where we search for the asset, right? So by search an area, we click, we get that same map hierarchy in order to define where we want to search. And also for par levels, right? So if I go into areas here, right? And I have my map hierarchy here, and I say, okay, for the 8th floor of this particular asset type, I want between a certain minimum and maximum number of assets, right? So, and we want to alert if the number exceeds or falls below that predefined number. We can generate in real time inventory reports showing if that is within the par level or does it deviate from that par level. A map can also be used to link a wired input to a location. For example, a fixed nurse call button with a reader. Once this association is created, Omni can be programmed to clear a patient call upon the arrival of a nurse to that room. For this, we would create a map for each room and place an input and reader on that map. So to summarize, we showed how the maps are used for display purposes in the when tracking badges or when displaying alerts. We discussed the different applications for the map hierarchy, for asset searches, par levels, co-location, and nurse call. We showed how to create a map, how to create a submap and define the polygon, the association of a background image, and yeah, we showed how we can place not only readers but inputs as well on maps. So thank you very much for watching this video.